Hi, I'm Robert Osborne, and welcome. Hope you've been enjoying our day-long look at the work of the wonderful and delightful Jean Arthur, somebody who did a great deal to make moviegoing such a pleasure in the 30s, 40s, and early 50s. And up next we have her in a screwball comedy from RKO in 1936 called The Ex-Mrs. Bradford. Co-stars William Powell, and as you'll see right off, it's a movie obviously inspired by the popular Thin Man movies that Bill Powell was making over at the MGM studios around the same time. It's a comedy mystery in which a couple of sophisticates become sleuths to solve a crime. In our movie, Powell plays a doctor suspected of murder. Jean is his somewhat ditzy ex-wife who's a mystery writer and determined to prove her ex-husband's innocence. They are indeed divorced, but there's still a spark between them, so besides there being comedy and a dead body or two, there's also a bit of romance mixed in as well. In order to make this film, Bill Powell had to be borrowed by RKO from MGM to play Mr. Bradford, and they borrowed Jean Arthur from Columbia Pictures to play the title role. And being able to work with Jean Arthur delighted Bill Powell. Years before, when he was playing Detective Philo Vance in a series of films over at Paramount Studios, Jean Arthur had played small roles in two of those films, The Canary Murder Case and The Green Murder Case. Powell was well established as a star at that time, but she was still struggling as an ingenue looking for better parts. Well, Powell immediately recognized her talent and predicted to her that big things would eventually open up for her, which they did a short time later. Well, the year she made our film, 1936, Jean made 4 films, including the one which officially made her a star, Frank Capra's Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. And Powell was delighted at the turn of events for her, even more delighted to have her as his leading lady in this film. Here also with James Gleason and Eric Blower, we bring you The Ex-Mrs. Bradford.